Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Motivation Monday, February 27th, and we are wrapping up What a Man Week, Fashion Dolls. It's been an amazing February, and we have a great show for you guys today. Joining me from hit shows such as ATL Inside and A Night to Remember, we have Nathanial, Brian, Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, let's dive right into this interview with our very special guest. All right? And of course, make sure you guys head on over and subscribe to Style by Stevie Daytime. We have a great show for you guys today. It has been NAACP award weekend, and oh my God, like it is so much that has happened throughout the weekend. So make sure you guys head on over and check out some of the fashions and so much more here on Style by Stevie, of course. All right. So let me back out of this and let me go ahead and send this live to our very, very, very special guest. So without further ado, we are wrapping up What a Man Week, and I'm so honored to be able to sit with all of these amazing men. But wrapping up What a Man Week with our very special guest today, Nathaniel Brian Anderson, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on? What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. How you doing?
Wonderful. It is such a pleasure to have you here.
Appreciate it. I appreciate
So
it. I
before we
appreciate
get
it.
into, go ahead. I'm
How
sorry.
you?
Yes, I was
Nah, go
saying
ahead. Go ahead.
before we get into this interview, how has 2023 been for you thus far?
Oh, 2023 has been great for me thus far. It's just been very. I'm in like a transitional year where just some things are happening for me. Great, some great things happening for me in my life. Spiritually, mentally, financially, and I'm just transitioning in this year and bringing my talents to the world.
Yes, 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 yes. And it's so much to come. I believe in manifestation that whatever you put out there in the universe is going to come to full circle, 100%.
Yes, yes, yes. I believe that. I believe that. I'm ready for this interview.
Yes,
I'm
we've been
so excited.
waiting and anticipating this. Let's get right into it. So tell us, how did the world get introduced to Nathaniel Anderson? Did you always knew that acting was something that you wanted to do at a young age?
Well, about 9 years old, I caught the bug. Um, Back in the day, you used to go to the mall and they used to have fashion shows and stuff like that. And somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey man, you want to be an actor or you want to be an entertainment?" I was like, and me and my cousin was there, and this was in California because I'm from California. And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" Like, I always been like in somebody's face, like ready. No matter just in life, I'm just in your face. I'm ready to go, trained to go. You ain't gotta, I stay ready. So I ain't gotta get ready. I stay ready. So I was in the mall, and then from there, my mom sent me and my cousin. We had like a little audition for like Disney, whatever, and from there it just started to excel. Things just got better and better over the years. I went to high school, went to school, and stuff like that. My parents was about my education first, so I got my education and everything like that. After high school, I dived right in it. Dived right in it after high school.
And fast forward, look at you now. Let's go through some of your acting credits, okay? So you did Faith in the
All right.
Sunlight. You did HBSU,
Yes.
Historically Black. You did ATL Homicide on
Sell
TVO,
out you.
TV1, which is one of my favorite shows. You've done A Night to Remember, Emmanuel and Me,
Yes.
The Lovely Rejects, D Genie, Anita Ho, Meathead, Eros, Emmanuel and Me, WYIM, Mira. This indie thing, strange thing about the
Yes.
Johnsons, which is an iconic piece of work that everyone knows. So,
Yeah.
out of all of the projects that I've just named, which one holds a special place to your heart?
Um, they all do. it's like having children. You know, you ain't putting no one above the other. One can play basketball, one can write, one can run fast. You know, it's like you love all your kids.
Okay.
So I treat it like that.
So it's
Yeah, I see you did your
yes,
research. I appreciate it.
always for all of my guests, I have to make sure that I'm on it 100%. And you have someone who in the comments, shout out to Rich. Rich says that he's a filmmaker, that he's looking to work with you.
Oh, of course, Rich. Let's get it. I'm gonna DM me right now, and then I'll DM you back, and we can talk.
Look at that opportunity and so many things. You said in the beginning when I
Never know what comes
asked you
first.
how was 2023 for you, so many opportunities and things to come. And your mom, I think your mom followed me, so I'm pretty sure that she's proud. She's
Yeah,
watching. What does mom have to say seeing you in some of these roles? Because I've seen your reel, and I'm just like, wow,
man.
an amazing actor with different range. And I was telling one of my girlfriends this, Ro Underwood. She did the Ghost Power spinoff
Okay.
on Stars and Raising Canaan.
Wow.
Yes, Raising Canaan. And
Okay.
I told her, I said, girl, you have
Okay.
range. So for all actors, it's important that you have range. So for you, what is the reaction seeing
Yeah.
you as these different characters?
Oh, my mom's my biggest supporter. She suggests like different roles I should play. When I don't want to play a role, she gives me perspective. She tells me, well, you should do this, you should do that. So she's my biggest coach. You know, she's like the oracle for me. So it's like the Matrix. I got to go sit down with the oracle to be able to continue on in the Matrix. So that's my mama.
As always, mothers know best. Even mine's when it comes to host a certain interviews or wearing certain things. She'd be like, "Girl, you should have wore that. Why didn't you wear that?" So yeah, mothers know best. Take my advice.
Yeah,
So what else are you
yeah.
looking forward to for this year? Because we went through January, we're now in February, and now March will be here. So what else are you looking forward to for this year?
More auditions. Just a big transition year. I got personally, business wise, I'm transitioning and I'm transitioning and starting to make more money this year. So I'm in the process of doing some training for a particular job. So this has nothing to do with acting, but it will fund a lot of my roles and stuff like that. Starting to get into producing. I want to start getting into producing. I have a good friend of mine named Marwan Granville.
I
You
sure
interviewed
did.
him some weeks back. And that's my boy. I've known that boy for about 15 years. We in the talks, we're doing some things. I've been doing business with him for years, him and his family. This is just a big transition year, man. Straight up, like just a big transition year. I'm gonna fly under the radar for a minute, but as soon as opportunity arises, I'm gonna be right in their face
And
like
it's to
this, you know.
come.
So
That's
yeah,
something he talked about when we did our interview as well too. And when we did that interview, as you could tell, he was relaxed. I mean, sitting back in the chair, he was drinking his wine and everything. That's what when everybody comes and they do an interview with me, it's just like comforting. And I've been told that I have that effect where it's very
yeah,
calming and you just let your hair down and
yeah.
relax. And he was so much fun. We had a great
Oh yeah,
time. Like laughter throughout the whole
yeah,
interview. And this real life stories that he's been
yeah,
through. So through trials and
yeah,
tribulations, because
yeah.
you're saying, I want to jumpstart, I want to go here. Could you see yourself stepping behind the lens and producing and directing?
Of course, of course, stepping in behind the lens producing. I do that kind of now. Like I'm like a ghost director because like I get on set. Like for example, I did a film here in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta right now. I be between Atlanta and LA a lot. So I did a film in Atlanta. Isaiah, I can't remember the exact Bible verse, but it was about a
Yeah.
Bible verse where like these characters they come and kidnap this guy, and then after they kidnap him, they find God. So like one of the guys was like, man, how do I like? I'm not trying to fake it. Like I was like, acting ain't fake. You know what I'm saying? It's reaction based. It's stuff like that. So he was like, how do I look into the light the right way? I was like, man, you ever watch TV? Just react off the light. You know, when they take like what he said was he took like the covering off his head and then the light hit him. I said, just react to the light. Like if a bright light's in your face, just react to the light. And he's like, oh man, I can see you've been doing this for a minute. So when I'm on set and it's like more of like a one camera, one light type of deal, I kind of come in there and I ghost direct right now. So anybody out there looking to collaborate and want to put me in a director's seat and stuff like that. Hey, I'm
And in
ready.
the music industry, you guys have heard singers from time to time say, "Oh, well, I have a ghostwriter who's worked on this project with me." Sort of like in the film industry, that's what it's like. That's kind of like what a ghost producer is, if you guys are aware of that.
Hmm.
So, if you could collaborate with any actor on a project, who would be your dream actor to collab
All right, the Michael Jordan of the game is
with?
Michael B. The Michael Jordan of the game is Denzel Washington, and the LeBron of
Mm,
the game is Michael B. Jordan. So it's kind of, I have to, it's either or, you know what I'm saying? But probably Denzel. Denzel would be the biggest one because that's my idol. Like when people try to pull my card and be like, "Oh, you could be doing this, doing that." I said, "Denzel doing that." You know what I'm saying? Because that's who I model my career off of is Denzel
yes.
Washington.
And he is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Over this weekend, it was the NAACP Image Awards, and we think about actors like
Yeah.
Denzel and Angela Bassett. She got all is receiving all of her flowers now, and the 90th Oscar Awards
Uh-huh.
is coming up. So, what is something that you're
Mhm.
manifesting for your career, award wise or just acting wise, to accomplish?
Um, I want to get a Tony Award out of all of them because I want to get back to. I'm getting back to not want to. I'm getting back to stage performance. So New York is on my bucket list within the next 3-4 years. Going to New York and doing Broadway. So a Tony Award would be nice. I take an Oscar. I take an Emmy. I take a Screen Actors Guild. So I look to get to receive some. I take a Hoodie Award. I look to get some type of reward and recognition because I've never been awarded or recognized for what I've done because I've been flying
Yeah.
under the radar for years. Um, but I'm ready to take off. I've been entertaining everybody on the tarmac. You know what I'm saying on the flight. But I'm ready to take off and entertain y'all, and y'all look up in the sky and see
And
me flying
now
high.
it's
You feel
time.
me?
You put it out there in the universe, and now it's time to make it happen. So, with that being said,
Yeah.
with all of these projects that you've done, could we see some comedy in the future? Because most of your roles that you've done have been like head on action or just hands on. Like you, if you know, you know. So for you,
Hmm. Yeah.
go ahead
I've
and
done
tell me.
some comedy. I've actually worked with Russell Simmons in All Def Digital. I did Hood Lessons, which is on All Def Digital. You can check that out right now. Go to YouTube, type in Hood Lessons Las Vegas. You can see me on some comedy. But I want to do way more comedy and stuff, because it's more
Range, right?
natural,
It
it's
goes
not,
back to what I
you know.
said, range. Okay, so for you, now, question is for you because I know that
Hmm.
in the business, both of us being PLC people of color, um, you've opened
Hmm.
act. I've asked my actor, one of the actors that I've been interviewed last Friday, and that was Ty Grandison Jones, who's worked with Eddie Murphy and he's worked with Red Fox and Richard Pryor as well, and Charlie Murphy. Um, yes,
He had the voice box in season
$40.
4.
Yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He talked about some of the challenges that black actors have to go through in this business. For you being a black man in the entertainment business in Hollywood, what advice would you give to other young black men that are up and coming up in the game?
First off, you can't go from the couch to the casting couch overnight. Nothing happens overnight. You got to sharpen your tool. You have to get acting classes. You have to get your acting coach. If your acting coach is your mama, let your mama be your acting coach. Let your friend be your acting coach. But then professionally, you have to really get an acting coach. You have to professionally get into some classes. That's around the way in Crenshaw at Bobo's acting studios, or you go way out there to Hollywood or Santa Monica, or you in Atlanta, whatever. Get you some professional acting classes. Make sure you document everything you do. That's the main thing. Document everything you do. Headshot is a
Absolutely.
must. Get some headshots. So when you document everything you do, you have to have your resume. Headshot, resume, and you can take
Now,
over the
what's
world.
some of the best advice that you've been given throughout your career?
Some of the best advice I've been given. That's a good question. I have to think about that. Let me see. The best advice I've been given is just to be myself. Let my light shine. Don't let nobody dim my light. It's a lot of people that try to dim your light. Like they'll come in your life and just creep up on you and be like, okay, you need to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I'll be like, okay, let's chop it up at lunch. You got an opportunity for me or something like that? No, I'm just letting you know. Nah, I don't rock with that. So I kind of put blockers up, and stuff like that. And have a great attitude about yourself. A great attitude to take you a long way. Don't be on set late, don't be on set acting a damn fool, cussing people out and stuff like that, having a bad attitude. A great attitude to take you a long way. It could be somebody more talented than you with a bad attitude, and you have a better attitude, and that evens y'all out, and they might pick you. They're gonna pick you because you have a great attitude and you easy to work with. Be easy to work with, and I'm always on time.
Punctuality is key, and that's why I was telling my good friend K-Tukes. The K-Tukes spot, make sure you guys head on over and subscribe to his channel as well. It's another talk show and platform. I was telling him this when we got off the phone because he called me Friday. And I told him, I said, one thing I do not want to be known for as a talk show host having this platform is being late to any of my interviews. Let me catch myself. However, I'm sorry, Argyle, if you're watching this, I fell asleep on when we were supposed to be doing one of my interviews. I fell asleep the day of the interview, and I had to reschedule. I said, oh my God, I was so tired because I was doing things throughout the day before the show, and I totally forgot that we had an interview. Yeah. So we had to reschedule and set that up, and Argyle was looking like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? Where is she? So I called him, and I was like, oh my God, please forgive me. So never again. On all of my interviews, I've been on time, I've been consistent, so punctuality is key. Even for this one, Nathanial messaged me. I was already, because I'm a woman, it takes me a little bit longer to get ready, hair, makeup, all of that. So he messaged me, and I was just like, boom, right on time, punctuality. And I was already, so that's definitely a must in this business. They'll look and they'll be like, oh my God, you late, you're not on time. Even as a performer, if you're not showing up on time for concerts, your audience is gonna be like, what's taking so long? And then the directors and everybody's just like, punctuality is key in this business. So make sure you're on time for auditions, table reads, everything. And we got
like I've done a lot of
Alan Yankee. My paternal, he wants to know, what is one role that you didn't get that you should have?
Man, Tyler Perry. I auditioned for Route 187 for Tyler Perry a couple months ago for a character. I was really into the character. Oh, man, I thought I should have had that one. And it's another one, too. I auditioned for Lupita. I forgot how to pronounce her last name. I auditioned for
Nwango.
How you pronounce it? Nwango, Lupita Nwango, auditioned for a role for her for a film called Flamingo, and I killed that one too. But I'm just like, we can get into that all day about audition.
Sometimes, Ty was saying this. Sometimes you go in for an audition and you get the role, and sometimes they don't even use the film clip. Like you guys are familiar. You guys know the actress Yvette Nicole Brown, right? She's on the show with Kim Whitley and Tisha Campbell. Played Gina Martin. She was the original Effie in Dreamgirls before Jennifer Hudson. There's a picture of her and Jamie Foxx standing right by each other. They didn't use her clip at all. They went with Jennifer Hudson. So sometimes that happens. Even if you're in the movie, they audition you for it. They don't use your footage. It gets chopped. It's on the chopping block. It happens. So sometimes you don't necessarily have to get it in that moment. But the next time you go in and you keep replaying, keep going for a certain role, then you'll get it. You never know what could happen.
You never know. You never know. It's you never know.
Yes, and it's all out there in the open. It's all in the universe. So if the producer said we're not going to go with this person right now, maybe next time, or we maybe have something different for you, you take that opportunity. You're not always going to get lead or a next to lead sometimes, but it's like your mom said, Mommy's here. Hi, Mom. The right soul will come to you in God's timing. Exactly. And I think it was Megan Good. She's one of my favorites, so I feel like she does not get her just due.
I just worked with Megan Good like a few weeks ago. I was background in a film with her and Terrence J. Uh, it's called I forgot the name of it. They probably don't want me to say the name of it, but her and Terrence J. I played with her. She was a
Oh yeah.
director. She was just a very great person.
And she was saying something about getting the perfect role, like your mom just mentioned. Sometimes it's not going to come to us right then and there, but you have to start somewhere. Some people start off in the background, and it's just like, okay, everyone wants the main star or next to the lead or, in between, but it's just like you're not going to get it right then and there. Keep trying, keep going for it. There's going to
Mhm.
be 1,000, that line could be all the way around the corner for auditions for whatever role that you're
Yeah.
going for in particular. And they can go through all of those reasons and say, okay, we're going to go with this one. Happens. They have
Yeah.
something else in store for you. So just keep
Yeah.
trying. Just keep trying. That's my advice.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that advice.
And that is to
Thank you very
anybody
much.
who wants to become an actor. You're not always going to get lead. Like a lot of people go in with the mindset of thinking that I'm going to get lead or next to the lead role. And it's just like you have to settle for what they give you. If they give you one speaking role or whatever it is, you take it. Now, I did my first film. It was a horror
Yeah.
film. The Assistant 2, which is out right
Yeah.
now on Amazon Prime. And you guys can go and check it out on YouTube by Alex Jonte. Um,
Yeah.
we did that film back in 2021. And I went in with no acting experience. And I went to the table read and executed it effortlessly. No acting experience. And the
Okay.
character that he
Yeah.
picked out was a little bit out of my element. She's somewhat like me, but we are the complete opposite. Like, I'm not a perfectionist. I've stopped trying to be a perfectionist. She was a college professor. She wanted to make sure that her students was on top of everything. And I went in and I nailed it. So you never know.
Yeah.
I was like, me play a college teacher.
Yeah.
I would have thought that I would have been one of the students or something, but I went in because I guess
Yeah.
I sounded so mature for my. I'm only peep this. I'm only 29 years old, y'all. So
Oh wow.
I'm still a baby. I know people are just like you, a grown ass woman, but no, 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 no. I'm still a baby, y'all. I mean, I'm mature for my age, but he wanted someone who could play, a college professor that was mature and in age and everything. But it worked out perfectly. So you never know where your blessing
Mhm.
lies. So go for it.
Never know. Yeah. Never know. That's a great word
Absolutely.
right there. Great word.
Yeah, I know people just like shocked that I dropped the number because most women do not reveal their age at all. But me, I said, go ahead and let
Yeah.
people know how old you are. I'm
Yeah.
29. So I'm proud that I'm still a baby, but
That's what's up.
I'm mature for my age. I'm very mature for my age. And that's why
Yeah.
posting the platform, speaking gigs, a lot of practice. Practice makes perfect. You're not going to get it right the first
Yeah.
try, but keep trying until you make perfection. And me, I always strive for perfection,
Yeah.
but anybody out here who's seeking perfection, you're not going to get it. You're not getting it. You can get close to it,
Yeah.
but there's always something bigger and better out there for you. Trust. So, all right,
I
we
believe
are going to do
that.
our games here with Nathaniel, and then we're going to take some questions from the audience. All right. So the first one is called the Rapid Five. And Nathaniel has to tell us 5 things he can't live without. It can be through life experience, his favorite football team, his favorite drink, his favorite food, whatever it may be that he is thinking, it has to go in the rapid five, all right? And then in the next one, we're going to do something called Turn the Tables. And this is where my guests get to ask me questions, all right? So you get to know a little bit about Miss Stevie. I'm
Mhm.
cutting the velvet rope. And for my new viewers out there,
Okay.
you kind of get to know a little bit through the question, whether it's fashion, beauty, style, entertainment, passions, dreams, goals, visions, whatever he wants to know, he gets to ask as many questions as he wants. All right. So we're going to start off with the rapid fire. What are 5 things that Nathaniel can't live without?
Money. God first.
Yes,
I'm gonna kill
mama would get
me if I
mama.
say
Yeah.
money first. God, God, money, clothes, my car, and before all that, before God, before money, my family. So family, God, family, money,
Yeah, I was
clothes,
about to say,
cars.
because Mama gonna get you. She right here, boy.
She right there. She right there. And I got a couple of my family members on
Okay,
there.
let me read Island Yankees comment. And no is not the end. It just means not right now, but keep living and growing. Absolutely. And I'm gonna add on to what he
Thank you,
just
man.
said. I don't know if you guys watch TED Talks, right? It was a man who did a business pitch for, I think, for a pharmaceutical company or something. And he went and he talked about the power of no and how no has an impact. He was saying basically, if you go in and you try to do a presentation for whatever it is, a marketing company, a marketing agency, or if you're trying to do a pharmaceutical company, he was talking about a pharmaceutical company. And so he did a pitch and they said, no, that's not what we're looking for. And he took it as no, this is not what we want. But they said, no, not right now. Just keep digging a little bit harder. So there's two different types of no's that you're going to get in this business. I've had plenty of doors closed in my face by some of the biggest names in the industry. And I said, you know what? I'm going to build my own. Sometimes you have to start from scratch and build your own. Take all of those stones that someone has thrown at you, not in a bad way thrown at you, like stoning you like that, but take them and
Yeah.
make a solid, firm foundation. And it's just like the old adage goes, you take lemons and you make lemonade. And that's what I did here with my platform. Nobody gave me the opportunity, but I went and I said, you know what? I had a vision. And I created this platform right after high school, not knowing what I was doing. I started at about 19 years
Yeah.
old, I want to say, and look at me now. So I mean,
Okay.
it's just
Hey.
the grace of God that I had a vision randomly, and it just came to me, style by Stevie. And look where we are now. 407 episodes later. It goes to show you through all the people that I've interviewed throughout the years of my career, all the hard work, the passion, the blood, sweat, and tears that I've put into it. I'm thankful, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So enough with that. Let me get off of my soapbox.
Hey.
All right. So it is time to turn the tables, ladies and gentlemen. And this is sort of my way of cutting the velvet rope so that you guys can get to know Miss Stevie, the hostess. All right. So I'm going to pass it on down to Nathaniel, and he's going to ask me some questions, as many as he wants. For those of you who want to know, because I'm sort of a fresh new face to some of you I'm not. So this is my way of you guys getting to know me. All right. So take it away, Nathaniel.
Okay. What opportunities have arisen from your guests from being on this platform? What opportunities have
Oh my
arisen for some of your guests?
God.
Can you tell me?
It's one that I will never, never forget. One of my guests, and we did this interview back in 2021, he said that he was working on something for Netflix. He couldn't give it all away, but a few days
Mm-hmm.
after we did that interview, I see him in a trailer for the Wu-Tang Saga, part one. So that day after we did the interview, I said, oh my God, this is what he was talking about. He manifested it right here on this platform. So it's crazy. It's like I said, it's going to happen. And then my guest, Andre Bellows, you guys have seen him on the Wendy Williams show. You guys have seen him on the Nick Cannon show. We see him on the Power spinoff. So this is not long ago. He posted the
Okay.
photos. And I said, you see, Andre, you keep manifesting. Then before he did the Power spinoff, he was getting photo spreads in Vogue magazine. So I'm just like, you keep manifesting, all of these things are coming to fruition. So shout outs to Andre Bellows. When we did that interview, it's not too long ago. That was the day we hit the 400th episode. So shout out to Andre. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me think of another question. I'm trying to think. I can't really think right now. What are some of do you
Yeah,
believe in
all the
God?
time.
I know
I'm
you
a
do.
South Carolina girl. My
What
mama,
church you go to?
she said this is what my mother told me. And mama, if you out there watching, Nathaniel's mom, you already know. My mom told me when I created this platform, she said no matter how big you get, it don't matter who, what, how, when, or where, you put God first in everything that you do. and don't get too big, because this industry, I've seen a lot of people get alienated and get such a big head. But for me, the only thing that has changed, thankfully, is my looks. My hair, my makeup, everything. I'm thankful for that. Fashion wise, that's the
Yeah.
only thing that you will see me change. But other than that, I will still always be that down to earth homegirl, best friend, and an auntie that I try to make it relatable to people. You know, where it's just like, okay, she's
Auntie
she's easy
Stevie.
to talk to. She's laid back. And one thing I want to remain is humble. So I put God first in everything that I do.
Yeah.
And the church that I attended was Pilgrim. We have a church called Pilgrim down here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm in
Where are you
South
located?
Carolina. I'm a South Carolina girl. So yes.
Born and raised up.
And you know, it's that Southern hospitality thing with all of us where we try to be home, down home, friendly, and just make you feel at ease. So, mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate this interview. I appreciate you picking me and everything like that. I don't have any more questions. I'm waiting. I'm
All
waiting to
right,
continue
fashion
the interview. Let's
dolls,
go.
do we have any questions for Nathaniel? But yes, if you are watching
Any
and
questions?
you decide to get in this business, do not take it lightly. This is something that you want to do. Follow that passion and never get a big head. I've seen so many people, oh my God, I think I'm better than the next person. No, humble yourself. And I've had to learn to do that a long way. What are some of your goals for your platform in the next 90 days? Well, I have some things in work. We have some big guests coming on. I can't say too much, but the glow all over my face and everywhere will tell. If you know, you know. So only my
Yeah.
close circle,
Yeah.
and that's a good thing. Keep a circle, a solid support circle around you. Like Nathaniel's mom is in the comments.
Yeah.
My mom is my queen. That is my rock. You guys call me queen, but that's the real queen who raised a queen. And I give my
Hey.
mom her flowers every day. So don't ever forget your family. Keep your family behind you 100%. And I have a strong solid support circle
That's
behind me
right.
of people that believe in me, that
That's
encourage
right.
me, even when days when I'm depressed. These are the same people who I go and I talk to. Like Alan Yankee, I will sometimes bug the hell out of him, but he always comes back with the word, and sometimes will give me that you need people like this in your corner that will kind of give you that tap on the shoulder, like come back to reality, come down.
Yeah.
We're here. We see
Yeah.
each other. We understand. And then
That's my mom and my sister. They do that.
yes,
That's what they
yes.
do.
So you understand. And my cousin, I have to give a shout out to my cousin Sherry.
Mhm.
She always keeps me grounded on faith as well too. I'm glad you asked that question. So she's always about faith based
Mhm.
and making sure that you stay in tune with God. So the reason why I've been taking these breaks in
Mhm.
between, I'm off and on here, is because I've been taking breaks to get in tune with myself mentally and spiritually. So the glow that you guys see today is
Mhm.
because of that. And I spoke with my mom Sunday. She was saying, "Just oh my God, your skin looks so good. What are you doing?" Plenty of rest, plenty of rest, and more importantly, taking care of myself.
Yeah.
That's beneficial in this business. And your mom says your aunt
Yeah.
Lenora is on, and she's one of your greatest students.
What's up, Eleanor? Yes. Yes. And shout out to my Anderson side of the family. Shout out to the Kersey side of the family. Yeah. I got a little story about that. Like when I go into auditions and everything, all right, this is my you got to know who you are. You know, it don't take ancestry research to know who you are all the time. But I know my mama instilled in me that on my dad's side of the family, RIP to my daddy, on my dad's side of the family, he comes from a farm with acres that you can't see with the naked eye. On my mom's side of the family, there was a selected few that built the Panama Canal. You feel me? So I take that into auditions like can't nobody, black, white, yellow, brown, anybody tell me I can't do what I can do because of both of my ancestry from both of my side that brought me into this and cultivated me. You feel me? So yeah, I come with that. I'm really into like getting into like the spiritual base and like knowing your ancestors and knowing where you really come from. That's bigger than just your name. So like yeah,
And
for
that's
real.
another thing for us as PLC. Go back to your ancestry and know your history. Know where you came
Mm-hmm.
from. Know where you need to stand in order to make it in this country. It's 100%. Especially
Yeah.
February is Black History Month. I'm going to give you guys a Black History fact and final thought of the day once we wrap up the interview. Do we have any questions for Nathaniel? But I hope,
I think my mom had a question. My mom had a question earlier.
yes, he asked me what are some
What's
of
your
my
next
goals for the
90
90
days?
days of my platform.
Oh,
Yes, she
okay.
is
Okay.
asking
She
me
was asking.
that.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. She
Oh,
asked
okay.
me,
Okay. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
and I have had offers. People have offered me. They said, would you like to go, and shout outs to one of my classmates. I'll get to that in a second. But I've had people offer me and say, would you like to? No, I'm happy where I'm at. And I couldn't complain. I couldn't complain. I
Mm-hmm.
love what I do. And I love opening the door for more people that look like us, POC, of color.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So they have a platform.
I'm
Indie
down.
film directors,
Yeah.
producers need a platform to come. And there's so many out here, other than just mine, so many platforms
Mm-hmm.
that are Black
Mm-hmm.
owned TV talk shows, and they're doing it all on their time.
And I feel like it's gonna be some opportunities that arise with this platform for myself. So I appreciate you, Stevie. Miss Stevie, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be some opportunities that arise. Like we already had, like, for those that don't know, it's a gentleman came on here, and when I said thank you, man, I was talking about him. It's a gentleman came on here and said he wants to talk to me. I get a lot of opportunities from Instagram, like just about myself. Like when I'm discouraged about the mainstream not accepting me yet, notice I said yet, like going to the I've auditioned for countless, for everything I've auditioned for. If you name it, it's probably been I've auditioned for it, and it's a blessing. But I go on Instagram, like for example, it's a place called Industry Thursday. You can go on Instagram and stuff. You can really start from nothing to something on Instagram and get auditions and everything, and do these around. You got to do these around the way projects. There's so many projects around your house. They put $4 billion into the industry in Atlanta. So it's so many in Atlanta, LA. It's so many. You see a dude with a camera, and he out there filming a music video or whatever around the way in your hood, your suburb, your sticks. You need to talk to that person. You need to network. A closed mouth don't get fed. And I
And your
stay eating.
sisters are on here watching as well, also.
Yeah, what's up,
And it's
sister?
more and more and more to come. Like
Yeah,
Atlanta, I'm glad you mentioned that because Atlanta is like the Black Mecca. A lot of people be looking to go to Los
mm-hmm.
Angeles or New York, but Atlanta, listen, Atlanta is the Black Mecca. Anybody who's anybody. And there's so many
Yeah,
up and coming
yeah,
Black film directors, producers, even in the Baltimore area. They're just like, we don't get shine. So I invite them on my platform and they come and they
yeah,
talk about their projects that they're working on. So anybody who is Black
yeah.
working on something, they're welcome to come here to this platform. And that's why I've created, not just for fact, not just for beauty,
Oh,
but
thank you.
anybody
Thank you,
who
Miss
is
Stevie.
Black and working on something in this business, because we've had so many doors closed in our faces just because of the color of our skin. Give them a platform because
Mm-hmm.
there's very few. There's very few.
Yeah, very few. I'm a fashion don too, though. Don't get the sweatsuit and the back hat to the back fool you. I'm just at the house working today, but hey, I'm into
So
fashion and everything
how
too.
would you
So yeah,
describe your
yeah.
personal style? If you guys have any questions before we wrap up, go ahead.
Okay. My personal style is I like to coordinate, like John Witherspoon said. I like to coordinate. You know what I'm saying? So I like a lot of Nike. I like a lot of athletic wear. I'm starting to get into suits more. I like to get my suit game up because I'm about to hit these red carpets more and more. So coordination is key. I'm very particular. Like, man, I gotta go like that. Or I might offset something, but it still have to have some type of coordination. Like my shoes, if I had like an army fatigue pants on, and they got a little red, and I got to get some red and white shoes, and red and black shoes with a red shirt or
Color,
something. I got to coordinate the
right?
colors and everything like that, and it has to make sense. You feel me? I wear a lot of athletic wear because I'm really like an athlete at heart, but I'm really stepping up my game and start wearing more suits. Like you see on my page, I have a photo shoot with a suit on. I have about 3, 4 suits. My dad blessed me with suits. God rest his soul before he passed. And my dad gave me a lot of my fashion sense, just on an everyday. I can't go to the grocery store without looking fresh. That's my daddy. So, God rest his soul, and yeah, I got a lot of fashion sense from my
And
father.
those are things that you cherish 100%, 100%. And Nina says you've been
Hmm.
wearing ties since kindergarten.
Oh yeah. My bad. My sister do know that. I do got a picture up here. She got a picture that I do. I have been wearing ties since kid. I was the original clip-on tie guy.
And
You feel me? I was the original
and I'm
clip-on
gonna go
tie
back
guy.
to what you said about color because a lot of people don't know this, but colors have been proven to improve your mental health. So through fashion, like today I'm wearing lilac
Mm,
and my nails are almost the same color as my dress, but colors
yeah,
enhance your mood. So you could be feeling down or depressed. You put on some yellow or some blue or some red, as Nathaniel mentioned, and color will enhance your mood. So that's why I got into fashion because I love
yeah,
changing up different textures, different things. My mom would not wear half of the
yeah,
dresses that I'm wearing because the dress that I'm wearing today is backless. So, all right, we got another question. Well, we got a
yeah.
comment from my Island Yankee.
Okay.
He says, a farm in the canal definitely designed for generational growth. So you were set up to win. Yes.
Yeah, yes. Appreciate them comments. Them comments keep me
How does
strong.
it feel to have
Yeah,
this
like
support
that's how I
system?
look.
Your sister, your aunt, your mom, your whole family's here watching.
Oh man, my support system. I wouldn't be nothing without my support system. You know, um, I didn't have a struggling childhood. I didn't really struggle that much in my childhood. I didn't come from a crack addicted mama and a daddy in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to peg on all black people. My parents worked. You feel me? My dad worked. My mama worked, and that's how we had success. Our struggles came from just other people and they stuff. Their problems. And stuff like that, and trying to come into our home. My mama always instilled things into me. My daddy instilled things. My mama verbally instilled things into me. My daddy was the example. You know what I'm saying? So I had a rock. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
All of
yep,
these women in your life. And March is Women's History Month. So you make sure you honor these ladies that are here supporting you 100%. March.
of course. In March is Women's History Month, and I want to honor my mother, my
Yeah.
my aunties on both sides.
Yeah.
I want to honor.
What now? Just slide it up under the door and outside. Yes.
We'll be back
I'm
after this
sorry.
commercial break.
That yes.
Nah, you good. But March, I honor them all 360, 365. But I want to honor my aunties on my dad's side. Has really been a rock for me since my dad passed away. I want to honor my mom's side. They've been a rock my whole life. Both been a rock my whole life, but I'm just saying even more. You know what I'm saying? I want to honor my sister, man. My sister has been there for me through thick, thin, everything. My mama been there through me thick and thin and everything. I want to honor the family members that I've never seen before, the women in my life that's been there in me in
Uh,
spirit.
I'm
So I
doing
want
an
to honor the
interview.
black woman. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, a black woman. I love black women. I love all races, but I love black women.
Right.
Yes, as yes. Thanks, moms, for getting Miss Stevie's package
Yes.
from the front door. So honor her on March for for Women's History. Honor Stevie's mom for getting that package from the front door right now for March for Women's History Month too. The simple things to the most complex. We honor
Absolutely.
you.
And for those of you who don't know, of
Yeah.
course, Black History Month is this February, and I would be remiss. I feel you on the fashion girl.
Mhm.
My closet is nearly a mall. I have over 200 pairs of shoes. He's not lying.
Man, that's what's up.
And your mom
That's
loves you
what's up.
too.
He got a home. Yes. Yes, yes.
Do we have any
Yeah.
questions? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But let's come on. Oh no, I'm saying I'm trying to get some questions. I see the comments and the stuff. I want to get some questions. Anybody have any questions for you? Come on, acting. The thespian is here. Ask me some questions.
Definitely.
Any questions? Yeah.
So while they're typing their questions, I'm going to give you guys the Black History fact of today. The Black History figure that we are honoring today is Constance Baker Motley. And she was the first Black woman federal judge, and she was a member of the historic team of attorneys who won the landmark Brown versus Board of Education. Now, this decision that ended legal segregation in the United States. So today's figure that we are honoring is Constance Baker Motley, the first Black woman judge. So that's Black history for you. We're breaking barriers everywhere
Shout
for
out Miss
all
Clem.
of us, for people of color. So definitely. And the final word of the day, before I get to that, oh yes, your manager said, don't forget about me.
What's up, Sim Sima? Sim
And
Sima.
you mentioned that
Yeah,
Denzel is your
yeah.
inspiration. It's so funny because that is actually, we have a quote for him, which is the final thought of the day. And he says, don't aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. That is the final thought of the day.
Yes.
Most, yeah,
I needed to hear that. I need to hear that because I stay focused on like I gotta make a living at this. I gotta make, but it's the wrong mindset. And through like my friends and the women in my life and my family, they telling me to
yeah,
change my mindset and more success will come. And success is coming more and more the more I change my mental, let go of things from the past, let go of trauma, let go of anything that I don't have too much trauma, but just let go of stuff in my life and everything like that that people have tried to put up on me outside, outside forces, not in my family, but outside forces. And God is blessing me, man. I feel blessings raining down right now. Melodies from heaven are raining down on me right now. He
and
is
your
proud of
your
y'all. Sorry.
father's looking down, and I know he's proud. You mentioned your dad, so I'm pretty sure he's looking down as well on you
Yeah,
too.
of course, of course, of course. I dream about him all the
Yeah,
time.
he's
That's
up
my
there
guy.
in heaven smiling. He's up there,
Oh yeah, he in my dream. He comes to me every night.
definitely. So before we conclude this interview, because I don't think anybody has any questions, I'm going to let Nathaniel close it out with the final word of the day. What are some nuggets you want people to take along with them in this year of 2023?
Some of the nuggets. Okay. Um, don't be afraid of the nose. When I say don't be afraid of the nose, it's like you get so many of them. It's like I'm anticipating, like, damn, I'm fearful. Like they gonna tell me no. They gonna tell me no. But even if they do tell you no, it's nothing you can control. You know what I'm saying? It's good and bad to that. Like when you can't control, when you can't see who's judging you, it's hard. You know, but really just tune in and have some inner peace and find yourself on the inside. Don't let nobody else find you. Don't let no relationship find you,
Come
no
on.
man, no woman, no anything find you. You feel me? You have to find yourself and find your happiness. I became like a method actor myself because, and when I say method actor, it's like I take a role, like I get a script, I start reading it. It's words on the paper, but I bring it to life. I do a lot of research on TV. I go to
Yeah.
Tubi or YouTube and I research my characters. I start reading. I read about my character, like some of their background stories and stuff. My mama really has me into that where I have to like knowing people's background story and what they've been through in their life. And I relate the
Mm.
character to the real person and it becomes me. You feel me? So that's another nugget. Also, you got to give things to God, man. Like God is here. He's omnipresent. Like, you have to give it to God. Like sometimes that negativity seeps in. You got to take that. And I take a lot of negative and I have prayers where it's like, God, I'm going through this, that, and the third. I need this to change. And God
Yes.
changes things. And he changes them like this. Like overnight, things are changing. Like I have so much blessings coming in my life right now, and I'm in a period right now of just resting and getting ready for 2023, 2024. When I turn 40, like I'll be 39 this year, and when I turn 40, these blessings are about to
Come
really
on.
flow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just keep the faith, man. Like, keep the faith. I done turned a faith of a mustard seed into a bottle of mustard, and I'm gonna package it up and I'm selling it to y'all right now. So keep the faith, and God will make a way. At the end of the day, God is the answer. At the end of the day, straight up and down. That's
All
all I
the
got to say
time.
about
And
that.
that's a word right there. So we covered a number of things
Yeah.
in this interview, and we hope that you all take something away inspirational from this. All the gems that have been spit throughout this interview. We talked about faith. We talked about staying grounded, having an amazing support circle behind you. And that's to anybody who decides to get into this business. So let everyone know where they
Mm-hmm.
can follow you and check you out, because this will not be the last time that he's going to be on my show. I'm going to welcome Nathaniel back. Would love to have you back on again in the future. So
Of
definitely,
course, of course.
let everyone.
It's gonna be a change of scenery though. I'm gonna
Okay.
be on the beach or something next time. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the house right now, but I'm gonna be on the beach. You're gonna hear the water flowing, and I'm gonna be sitting there, and I'm gonna be on the beach or something next time. But follow me on IG, Instagram at. It's a couple pages out there. One of my pages got hacked, and I got some other little fake pages. But the real Instagram is this right here, at Nathanial, Nathanial, Brian, no space, Brian, Brian, and A Brian Anderson, no spaces, not an EL on Nathaniel, a AL. My mama made me unique. You feel me? And also follow me on Facebook at the same name, same game, Nathaniel Anderson, Nathanial Anderson. Look me up. If you want to pull my file up on IMDb, I pay that monthly fee. Nathaniel Anderson, you can find all my information on IMDb. Check me out on the new season of BMF, Devil's Night episode. I play a enforcer on there. Check me out on there. I'm not speaking this season, but maybe next season. 50 Cent, holla at me. Holla at your boy. Check me out on YouTube, All Deaf Digital, anything like that. You can check me out. Check me out on Tubi as well. I have a few movies on Tubi. You got to scroll through there and see if you see me. Just check out the movies. I got a few movies on Tubi. But it's more to come. More to come. And it's just like that.
All right, fashion dolls, there you have it. Check Nathaniel out on BMF and check out All Deaf on YouTube. Also, we will take a break. We're going to be taking a break, so we will be back Friday, March 3rd, and we're going to get to some girl talk with actress Yolanda T. Ross. So make sure you guys tune in here to Style by Stevie. All right, fashion dolls? I love you all. You guys stay safe. And we have concluded What a Man Week, all of these amazing men throughout the month of February. So, Nathaniel, thank you, and much love to you and your family. Thank you guys. You
Thank you, Miss Stevie. Thank you, Miss Stevie. I appreciate you.
Yes.
God did.
All right, fashion dolls. This interview will be up. Head on over and subscribe to Style by Stevie Daytime. And I will see you guys Friday, March 3rd with an all-new episode of Style by Stevie. It's a girl talk episode, so tune in. Yolanda T. Ross. Take care, everyone.
The girls be talking. The girls be